YouTube. Today on the Naughty Librarian, I am doing a massive unboxing. Oh my goodness gracious, I have been collecting boxes of bookish things and it has been taking every ounce of my willpower to just not devour them, and I saved them all up and I'm gonna open them all in this one video. It was really difficult. Thank you for staying with me in this trying time. Okay, since I am so antsy, let's just get into all of these packages. Okay, first two packages were sent to me from Book Depository, and this is because I am collabing with Jean from Jean Bookish Thoughts. I'm going to put a link to her video, and basically we traded TBR lists, so I sent her some books, she sent me some books. It was super cool because she lives in the UK, I'm in America. We're going international right now. I do not know what she sent me. I am so excited. I need to get into these. I was gonna get scissors and do this like a civilized human, but I was like, no, I'm an animal. Okay, so first off, I have Daughter of the Forest by Juliet Marillier. It's a French name, and I do not know how to pronounce all of those vowels and consonants together. So just looking at this is obviously fantasy. It is fantasy AF. And you know, your girl loves fantasy. Okay, this is not a book I would have picked up on my own, because usually like these fantasy covers, I'm always just like, give it a side eye, which is weird because I'll read like trashy romance, but these ones I'm like weird about. But I would not have picked this up on my own, so let's see what this is about. Okay, so this is a trilogy, and this is book 1 of the Seven Waters trilogy. Okay. Lovely Sorsha is the 7th child and only daughter of Lord Column of the Seven Waters. Bereft of a mother, she is comforted by her 6 brothers who love and protect her. Sorsha is the light in their lives. They are determined that she know only contentment. Okay, so I mean, that makes her sound a little spoiled, but okay. But Sorsha's joy is shattered when her father is bewitched by his new wife, an evil enchantress who binds her brothers with a terrible spell. A spell that only Sorsha can lift by staying silent. If she speaks before she completes the quest set to her by the fair folk and their queen, the Lady of the Forest, she will lose her brothers forever. Okay, so I get it now. It's like the Swan Princes, and the girl's like, I gotta knit you sweaters. I know this fairy tale, like the Swan Princess, I guess? I don't know, all her brothers are swans and she's got to make them sweaters, and somehow that makes them not swans. But this isn't, I'm assuming this is going to be a little cooler than that. Okay, so when Sorsha is kidnapped by the enemies of Seven Waters and taken to a foreign land, she is torn between the desire to save her beloved brothers and a love that comes only once. Sorsha despairs at ever being able to complete her task, but the magic of the fair folk knows no boundaries, and love is the strongest magic of them all. Okay, so yes, I do understand this is a retelling of a fairy tale. I assume it might be cooler than knitting sweaters. I'm not sure, but I think it's like a retelling of that swan people story. I don't remember the name of the story, but I know the story. So yes, this is cool. It's definitely not a book I would have picked up on my own, and it's definitely a fairy tale I don't see retellings of very often, so I am like kind of intrigued. I want to see what this is like. I'm trusting Jean because she kind of knows my taste, so I don't think she would send me a book she didn't think I was gonna like, so thank you very much. Ha! Oh, there was 2 books in this package. Thank you, Jean. Oh my goodness gracious. So first off, I got Real Murders by Charlaine Harris. Ooh, she wrote the True Blood series, which I have read like a lot of books of. This is interesting. It's a murder mystery. I don't necessarily read murder mysteries, so this is out of my comfort zone and I'm excited. Lawrencetown, Georgia may be a growing suburb of Atlanta, but it's still a small town at heart. Librarian, ooh, librarian, me. Librarian Aurora Rowe Teagarden grew up there and knows more than enough about her fellow townsfolk, including which ones share her interest in the darker side of human nature. Okay, dark girl, like I'm into you. With those fellow crime buffs, Rowe belongs to a club called Real Murders. I'm sorry, she belongs to Murder Club. Cool. Which meets once a month to analyze famous cases. It's a harmless pastime until the night she finds a member dead, killed in a manner that is eerily resembles the crime the club was about to discuss. And as other brutal copycat killings follow, Roe will have to uncover the person behind the terrifying game, one that casts all the members of the real murders, herself included, as prime suspects. Or potential victims. Okay, so she's like spooky girl librarian into like true crime. You know what, Jean? I feel like you're my spirit sister right now because I have been getting so into true crime lately. like too much. Too much true crime has been in like my Netflix queue and my YouTube queue. So I feel like you have tapped into my soul at the moment. So I'm super excited about this one. The last book Jean sent me was Perfectly Preventable Deaths, and this is by Deirdre Sullivan. So it's Bones in the Mountains and Magic in the Blood. So this seems more fantastical. So this one seems like a more YA book. I'm not sure if it's middle grade or it's YA. 16-year-old twins Maddie and Caitlin have moved to Ballyfran. Sorry, I don't know why I laughed at that name. It's just silly. An isolated, peculiar town in the mountains. A place where, for generations, teenage girls have gone missing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Caitlin has always been the confident one, and Maddie is used to being in her shadow. But in Ballyfran, their paths divide as Caitlin falls in love and Maddie begins to discover powers she never knew she had. Maddie will have to find something hidden deep within her if she's going to prevent her sister losing more than her heart to the strange town. But there's no compass for the human heart, and what feels right might be more dangerous than either sister realizes. There's no such thing as safe in Ballyfran. Okay, so another spooky murder book, but involving teens. You know, I have read several books that are involve like a small town and like teenagers going missing. And I haven't read this author before, but I have read other books with similar like setups, and they've been surprisingly good. So these are definitely like different kind of books, definitely ones I would not have picked up on my own, but I mean, in my soul, I'm watching a lot of true crime lately, so I feel like you picked up on that somehow from the UK, and you felt my soul. So thank you, Jean. You were strangely intuitive. Next package was sent to me by the publisher, and this is actually the first time I wrote to a publisher, and I was like, can I have this book because I have value somehow to review it? Like really trying to sell myself, and no one ever wrote me back, so I'm like, okay, no one. That was a fail. And then the book just showed up at my doorstep. So it worked out. I asked for the book and they sent it to me. Sent to me by Fierce Reads is Into the Crooked Place by Alexandra Christo. Yes, I so wanted this. It looks amazing. This is the sophomore release from Alexandra Christo. Her first book was To Kill a Kingdom, and that book is kind of like a really dark, stabby retelling of The Little Mermaid, and I was like into it, kind of. Like there was parts of it that I thought could have been done better, but like I liked her style. So I want to read something else by this author, and this is her sophomore book, and I wrote them and I was like, hey, so I want to read it, could you send it to me? Like I felt like a dweeb, but then they sent it to me, so apparently I wasn't as dweeby as I felt. This one seems so cool. It's giving me like Six of Crows vibes. So anything that gives me Six of Crows vibes, like I immediately think like, yes, I'm interested, gimme. And like the little like top blurb, like the main spiel here is the streets of Krejci are for the deadly and the dreamers. And 4 crooks in particular know just how much magic they need up their sleeves to survive. So it's kind of going to be a crime caper, and there's magic, and it's giving me all of those Six of Crows vibes. Oh my gosh, because there's magic in that, and crime, and criminal masterminds, and I am so excited. I saw it, and I'm glad I asked them for it, because I really, really wanted to read this. So yes, I'm so excited. I definitely want to see a sophomore release from Alexandra Christo. So this is like my find book. I'm so happy. You know, like when you write people and you think, oh my gosh, I am so weird. Why do people even like me? And then like they're nice to you and you're like, okay, well, I'm not as weird as I thought. So that's the situation I'm in right now. And this book makes me feel happy that I'm not a complete weirdo. This next big box was actually sent to me by the author, Lisa Doughty. She sent me some books before, and unexpectedly, hey, she sent me another book box. So sweet of her. Also, I get little like letters, and like, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Girl has a wax seal. Like, she's fancy. Oh, girl, she's fancy. Look at the packaging. Oh my gosh, A+ just for style alone. Let's see what book it is. Okay. So this is book 2 of the Matchmaker series. Originally, she sent me some other books and book 1 of this series. So this is like the sequel. And this is the Marquess. So this is going to be a steamy historical romance. It is about Lord Rhys Drayson, and he's a rake. I like rakes. Hopefully he's a rake with a heart of gold, because those are my favorite. I don't like rakes with hearts of assholes. They needed to be full of gold. And he basically doesn't believe in love because he's a rake and he has like sexual appetites. And he has this kid sister that he's like, it's his ward now. He's raising his kid sister. And the kid sister's like, I want to go be matchmade. And so they go to this matchmaker and he's just like, who is this bitch? Like, I think she's full of shit. And he gets there, he's like, oh wait, she's like super hot. So now he's into the matchmaker, and the matchmaker lady, who is Lady Cordelia Cromwell, she's just like, no thank you. No, I don't want any of what you're selling. And he's just like, I have never had this happen before. So it's one of those stories where she says like, I'm not impressed. And he's just like, have you met me? I'm handsome. So it's definitely a rake with a hopefully heart of gold story, and is a matchmaker, and then like maybe a precocious little sister. So it could be fun. I don't know. This is interesting. It was very unexpected and nice of her to send it to me. So it is a historical romance. I do believe it is available on Amazon if your interest has been sparked. So it is available. Oh my goodness gracious. I finally got my book of the month for November. It took like a little long shipping this time, surprisingly, but hey, sorry, shameless self-promotion for a moment. Did you know I am a Book of the Month Club affiliate? So my link is down below. If you click the link and you use the code BFF5, you get your first book for $9.99. Mind you, these are hardcover new releases, so if you just bought this in a bookstore, that would be easily double the price of $9.99. So basically, it's kind of 50% off. And also free shipping, so hey, who doesn't like free shipping? So yes, if you're ever interested in trying out Book of the Month, they're a super cool company. My link is down below. Try that out. If you do use my link, they may do nice things for me. I do earn a slight commission, so hey, if you're interested, there you go. But without further ado, let's see what I got this month. Holy moly. I am so excited right now. This is one of my most anticipated books of 2019. And then I saw it was one of the Book of the Month picks for November, and I freaked out, because usually you get 5 books to choose from, so you get to pick which book you want. And I saw Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White, and I was like, done. I don't need to see what else you have. Like, it's all irrelevant. As the title suggests, this is kind of a Camelot, King Arthur type story, but retelling. Except this time we're following Guinevere instead of Arthur, because we get Arthur's story. He gets a sword out of a rock, and then he like fights people, and he's king. However, being king is a precarious position because people try to kill kings often. So hey, Merlin, he's like, sup Guinevere, I need you to go marry this guy so you can like protect him. Which is kind of giving me chess vibes somehow, because you know, like the queen is the most powerful piece on the board and the king needs to be protected. Anyway, sorry, my mind went somewhere else here, but it is kind of an Arthurian legend retelling from Guinevere's perspective. And she's also has magic, and she's kind of trying to save Arthur, and I'm so into that. Oh my gosh. And it's Kiersten White. She writes these like gender-bent stories kind of a lot, or she writes a well-established story and she just changes the perspective, but she does it so effing good. Like right behind me right here, she wrote this series, The Conqueror Saga. Is basically the Vlad Dracul story, except in this instance Vlad was a girl. So it kind of changes the whole story a bit. She also wrote The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein, which is the Frankenstein story but told from the perspective of Elizabeth, and it also changes the story in really cool, interesting ways, makes it feel fresh again. So she's doing Camelot, y'all. And I was like, yes, all the yes in the world. I'm so excited for this. Like, I'm so happy I have it right now. Oh my gosh. This next big ass box, oh my goodness, this was sent to me by my amazing friend Bethany. I'll put a link to her channel here, Beautifully Bookish Bethany. She is a wonderful human slash friend, and she sent me some books because she's adorable and wonderful and a luminescent starfish of a person, and you can't have her. She's my friend. Oh, okay, so sorry, this isn't a book, but she sent me a sticker, and I got very excited because it's Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. I love Vicious and Vengeful. It's my favorite V.E. Schwab series, so yes, thank you. First up in this box is Wild Savage Stars, and this, I believe, is a sequel to Sweet Black Waves, which I know Bethany loves. I think it's a Tristan and Isolde kind of retelling, and I've always wanted to read it because I know Bethany loves Sweet Black Waves so much, and then this is the arc of the sequel. So now I have to really get on this Sweet Black Waves train and get the first book of the series because now I have book 2. But yes, it's like magic and, you know, Tristan and Isolde, so it's very, I don't know, it's also like Middle Ages and like castles and all that good stuff. Okay, so quick read of this blurb. This is following Branwen. And mind you, I haven't read book 1, but obviously there was like a love triangle, and she is the one who it didn't end well for. And so now she is still protecting the people who got together, you know, but without her. And also she has magic, and it's like making her want to do dark things. And I'm like, ooh. Oh, I'm so into dark spooky books, and I'm like, this is like juicy. There are some places this could go that's really good. So yes, I need to get Sweet Black Waves and read it so I can get to this one. I also got the Ark of Sherwood by Meagan Spooner. Yes, this is a Robin Hood retelling, but gender bent. And Meagan Spooner has written other retellings that are really good. She wrote this one called Hunted, which is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, which frankly, I'm sick of Beauty and the Beast retellings, but that one's particularly good. So I really, really liked it. I didn't feel like there was Stockholm Syndrome in it at all. Like, they were both equally terrible to each other, which is an odd thing to like, but like, I kind of liked that about it. And now, hey, oh my gosh, badass female Robin of Locksley. Yes. Oh, JK, I just read the top part of this blurb. It says Robin of Locksley is dead and Maid Marian doesn't know how she'll go on. I bet she's gonna pick up a bow and arrow and shoot people, and I'm so into it. This is on my list of things I definitely want to read, so thank you very much for sending it to me. I also got the Ark of Red Skies Falling by Alex London, and again, this is a book 2. What was the first book of this one? Black Wings Beating, yes. Black Wings Beating is another story I totally want to read. It's like magic and there's birds, and I think it's queer as well, and it really appealed to me, and I just haven't got to it yet, but now I have book 2. So there's that. I could try to like synopsize the blurb, but it won't make any sense because I have not read book 1, and this is like a fantasy world. This is one like I'm not going to be able to understand what's happening. But like I said, there's magic. There's some type of bird element that I'm like into. I like magic and birds. They just go together, like, you know, feathers and shit. I don't know why, it works. And also, I think there's twins, and it's also like a queer story, and I want more queerness in fantasy literature because I don't get that a lot. They're very heteronormative. So like, I'm kind of excited that it's, you know, not just another heterosexual couple. There's gonna be something different. So I am excited about that. And now I gotta read Black Wings Beating because I have book 2. I feel like there's a subtle hint here, Bethany. The last book Bethany sent me was The Ark of 10,000 Doors of January by Alix E. Harrow. And I know Bethany absolutely loved this, so she really kind of sold it on me. I think it's kind of historic fantasy, but with like portals. So you go into portals and you go to other places. I'm not sure. She described it somehow, but I'm blanking on how she described it, and I know she really loved it. So I also feel like it might be a hint I should read this. But like, you know what? She sold it on me so much that I would definitely want to read it. And also it's pretty. like, it's just a pretty cover. I like the cover, so there's that too. So the blurb doesn't really tell you much either, but I know it's about a girl who's kind of lonely, and then she finds portals to other worlds, and she goes on adventures. You don't really need to tell me more. I'm already fascinated. All right, last box I have right now. This one is not necessarily bookish, but it is related to YouTube, because, you guys, okay, I'm assuming most of you already know about the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson conspiracy collection and how it broke the internet. I was on the website at like 9:58 and I saw the stuff was already there, so I was like, oh, click, put it in my cart. I'll wait till 10 and buy it. And then it was 10:01 and I was about to hit buy and the website crashed. And I was like, so I was one of those people. And then I got the code thing and it says like, hey, don't refresh the page. You're in line. Just chill. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient. It's gonna work out. And then like maybe like 20 minutes later, like I got to the checkout page and I checked out. I got the conspiracy palette. Heck yeah. And I got the lipstick I wanted. And then they delivered it the Monday after. So like I got it right away, ordered, and then they shipped it right away. I mean, their warehouse is local. So obviously I'm gonna get it pretty quick. Just the mail, like technically I could just drive there and pick it up, but yes, so you guys, I got the conspiracy palette. I just want to show it off for a second. First things first, I got this lipstick. I got the Are You Filming lipstick because it is a nice red, and in case you guys don't know, this signature red lipstick I wear in all my videos is actually Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I use the shade Red Rum. And I'm almost out, so I need to buy a new one. And then this one came out, and it looks remarkably similar. Like, I feel like Are You Filming has, like, a warmer undertone than Red Rum does. I feel like this has a cooler undertone, but they're very similar colors. So I was like, oh, my damn. Perfect. So I'm very excited to try this. I mean, it's a safe pick. I'm probably already gonna like it. It's very similar to Red Rum. So, yay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's here. I don't know how to feel. I am so excited. This is the one time I was actually patient in life and it worked out for me. So bam! Oh my gosh, it's the conspiracy palette. It's so pretty. Also, I really like the combo of gold and white together. I don't know why. I really like it. I know a lot of people do gold and black, but I like gold and white. I feel like it's classy. And there it is. Oh my gosh, this is like hefty. I don't actually own any palettes from Jeffree Star because I don't necessarily wear that much eyeshadow. Like, I wear eyeliner and then give up usually. But I have been a fan of both Shane and Jeffree for like a really long time, so I was like, I want this. I feel like it's iconic. It's a moment, so I definitely wanted it. And I got it, and it, you know, it's gonna make me maybe more inspired to play with eyeshadow because I don't do that very often. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh, it doesn't smell good though. I don't know why I sniffed it immediately, but it is unpleasant smelling. It smells like plastic. Like, not good plastic. Like plastic you need to let air out for a while. But, oh my gosh, the colors. I'm trying to like block the mirror just so I'm not like having lights blind everybody, but like look at the colors. They're gorgeous. Ugh, I'm so excited. And I'm hoping like this is gonna make me want to do more eyeshadow looks. And I love that color Sleep Paralysis. It's really good. I love the bottom row, the glam row, because I feel like that's my soul. So, conspiracy palette. Mission accomplished. I am so excited I got it. Ooh, okay. Like, I kind of undersold the amount of willpower it took to not open all of these immediately when I got them. I put them all on a shelf and I looked at them every day until I felt I had enough packages to make a good video. So, the things I do for the internet. Anyway, I am super excited to go play with all my new books. I'm so excited for them. So, I guess let me know in a comment down below. What was your favorite book in this haul? Because I got like a lot of books. Let me know in the comments. Also, were you one of the people who got the conspiracy palette? Have you played with it? Are you super excited? Did yours smell weird? Because mine smelled like bad. So let me know in the comments down below about that too. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.